Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at something pretty unexpected in global diplomacy. Sources are pointing towards what could be a real turning point in a conflict we've all been watching for months.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack this. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu he's announced he's sending a high-level delegation to Qatar for renewed ceasefire talks. This feels like a big shift, doesn't it? Kind of out of the blue after all this time.
It really is remarkable. I mean, after months of intense conflict, this move, it signals a potential opening, maybe a search for an off-ramp. What's fascinating here is how this comes at such a critical juncture. It suggests perhaps a recognition that the military campaign might need a diplomatic counterpart.
Right. It feels like this has been a long time coming. So the big question is, why now? What's really tipped the scales here?
Well, our sources point to a few key things converging. First, there's just immense international pressure building up. Global leaders, key allies, they're pushing harder for some kind of resolution. But honestly, the huge factor is the humanitarian situation in Gaza. It's catastrophic.
The numbers we're seeing are just hard to comprehend.
Over 35,000 dead, tens of thousands injured, and you've got nearly 80% of the population displaced. People are facing famine, disease. The warnings are becoming reality. And then you have the domestic pressure inside Israel. Growing criticism of the strategy, yes, but also intense focus on getting the hostages back. That's huge.
That human element, the hostage families, their protests have become so visible.
Very visible and very powerful. It creates this almost untenable situation politically when combined with the dire news from Gaza and international condemnation. It forces a rethink.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me. The delegation itself. Senior intelligence, military, diplomatic officials, sending that specific mix of people. What does that signal about these talks? They're indirect, right?
Yes, indirect talks, with Qatar mediating with Hamas leadership. Sending such a senior, diverse team suggests this isn't just exploratory. You have the intel and military folks for the hard security details, the operational stuff, troop movements, diplomats for the broader framework. It signals, a serious intent to maybe hash out details.
And Egypt and the U.S. are involved, too, behind the scenes.
Definitely playing key roles. Sources say they've been crucial in the back-channel diplomacy, enabling these talks even to happen. Qatar's the direct mediator, but U.S. and Egyptian nudges are vital.
But even with this delegation, Israel's stated goals haven't changed, according to the sources. Still focused on dismantling Hamas's military capacity and getting all hostages back.
Correct. If we connect this to the bigger picture, Israel's core security imperatives remain consistent.